You'd waited 9 long months for this moment. The moment you would finally hold your child, your flesh and blood. A piece of you wrapped in soft blankets, gurgling in the crook of your arm. So when the nurse handed you the baby, something inside you ... shifted. It wasn't the overwhelming joy you expected. It was confusion, a whisper of doubt. The baby's eyes were dark, almost black. Yours were blue. So were Emily's. Recessive gene? Sure, that's possible. But the hair thick, curly, jet black. Neither you nor Emily had even a trace of that in your family. And the skin tone? A shade warmer than yours or hers. Still, you said nothing. Not to Emily, not to the nurses, not even to your own skeptical mind. But doubt has claws, and it dug in deep. 3 weeks after bringing little Noah home, you did the thing you told yourself you wouldn't do. You bought a home paternity kit. It felt wrong, disrespectful. But that gnawing feeling wouldn't let go. You told yourself it was for peace of mind, nothing more. It took 5 days for the results to arrive. You didn't open the envelope right away. You stared at it for an hour, like it might burst into flames if you tore it open too fast. Finally, your hands trembling, you slid the paper out. And there it was. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. You read it again and again. And then your hands stopped shaking. Because something inside you shut off cold, methodical, focus. Emily didn't know, not yet. She sat in the nursery, rocking Noah in her arms, humming lullabies, and smiling like everything in the world was exactly how it should be. You watched her from the doorway, wondering how she could look so at peace, so damn normal, when your entire world had been cracked in half. You didn't ask questions. You didn't demand names or apologies. You didn't yell or scream. You planned. The Welcome Noah party was Emily's idea. She wanted family and close friends over for drinks, balloons, pictures. A cute little cake with blue frosting. You agreed instantly. "You're not mad I'm planning something so soon?" she asked. "You've been so tired lately." You smiled. "I think it's the perfect time." She kissed your cheek and started calling caterers. You started building your trap. The day of the party, your house was glowing. Blue decorations covered the living room. Platters of food were neatly arranged. Champagne flutes sparkled under soft lights. Everyone wore warm smiles. Everyone but you. Emily's parents were the first to arrive. Then her sister, then your co-workers, then friends from college. Everyone wanted to see the baby. Noah slept peacefully in a bassinet in the center of the room, completely unaware that tonight would be remembered for reasons far beyond his birth. You clinked your glass at 7:14 p.m. The room quieted. You cleared your throat and smiled warmly. "I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It means a lot to us, to me, to Emily, to little Noah." You looked down at the sleeping baby. It's been a crazy few weeks. And like any new parents, we've had our share of sleepless nights, baby puke, and panic Googling. Laughter bubbled through the room. But through it all, there's been one constant family. You looked around. You've all been so supportive. And so I thought, what better place, what better company to share something very personal with? Emily turned to look at you now, slightly confused, her smile stiffening. You continued. "When Noah was born, I couldn't help but notice. He didn't quite look like me." A few chuckles. A couple of people nodded knowingly. "Babies change," someone murmured. "True, but I decided to run a little DNA test." Now the room went silent, completely. You reached into your pocket and pulled out the envelope. You held it up. "This is the result, and it says I am not the father." A collective gasp rippled through the room like a slow explosion. Emily's face went white. Someone dropped a glass. Your voice stayed even. I know this is shocking, but I felt it was only right to tell the truth. And I wanted Emily's family to hear it too, since they're as much a part of Noah's life as I was. Supposed to be. Emily stood frozen, mouth slightly open, hands trembling. You turned to her. Anything you want to say, Emily? The room turned with you, all eyes on her. Some horrified, some stunned, others whispering. She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. So you pressed. Maybe tell us who the real father is? I assume he's someone you trust enough to bring into our home, into our marriage. Now the tears came, but not from you. Emily sobbed into her hands. Her sister stepped forward, tried to console her. But you stepped in. No, let her speak. She deserves the floor. After all, this was her idea, wasn't it? The party? Someone near the back whispered, Jesus Christ. You took a sip of champagne. Still cool, still composed. Emily finally choked out, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. It happened one time, you cut in. Because I spoke to the lab. They found something interesting in the test. The father's ethnicity. Emily froze. You tilted your head. He's from Brazil, isn't he? Has to be. I remembered that photo from your work trip last year. The marketing consultant with the curly hair. Joe, wasn't it? Emily's lips trembled. Her mother burst into tears. You continued. I found his LinkedIn. Confirmed he lives in São Paulo. I even reached out. He didn't know you were married. He seemed genuinely shocked. Emily crumbled to the floor. You looked around. So I guess that's everything. Thank you for coming. There's cake in the kitchen. The guests trickled out quickly after that. Some offered awkward pats on your back. Some just avoided eye contact. A few of your friends gave you nods of silent respect. Emily stayed curled up in a ball on the carpet, her mascara bleeding into her skin. You walked into the nursery, picked up your overnight bag, and turned once more to face her. I'll be staying with my brother for a while. I've already called a lawyer. I'll be filing for divorce first thing Monday morning. Still, she said nothing. You reached for the bassinet, stared down at Noah one last time. He blinked up at you, innocent. Untouched. Not your son, but still a child. You leaned down and whispered, It's not your fault, kid. Then you walked out. 2 weeks later, the internet blew up. Someone, maybe her sister, maybe a friend, had recorded the party reveal. The video went viral in less than 48 hours. Man reveals he's not the father at baby shower in front of everyone. Your cold delivery. The dead silence. The twist. The crying. It had everything. You became a symbol of poetic revenge. TikToks. Reaction videos. Even memes. But none of that mattered to you. You were at your brother's place, sleeping on the couch, finalizing divorce papers and changing passwords. Your world was scorched, but clearing, healing. Emily tried calling. She left long voicemails, begged for forgiveness, offered to take full custody, and even let you walk away cleanly. You didn't respond. The silence was the last gift you give her. 6 months later, the paperwork was done. You moved into a quiet condo, closer to work, clean walls, fewer memories. One afternoon, you received a package. Inside was a letter. No return name. I know I was wrong. I'll never forgive myself for what I did. But I wanted you to have this. Just in case you ever wondered. Just in case you ever wanted to see his face. Inside, a single Polaroid. Noah, now almost 9 months old, sitting up in a onesie, smiling wide, with Joel behind him. You stared at it for a long time, then quietly slipped it back into the envelope and set it in a drawer. You weren't bitter anymore. You weren't angry. You were simply free. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel.